Is that which one? Yes, it's two networks. The ERGRP is two networks. When you check this place and that place, that is 10.0.0.0, which is this side. Okay, let me put it in this way for you to understand. So the whole of this is going to be 10.0.0.0 slash 24. That is for this side. And this side also is 10.0.0.1. Yes, dot 1.0 slash 24. So it tells you that at least what you have there on the screen, exactly what you have on the Formica board. Okay, so it goes like this. So this one. So you have to make sure that you configure both sides for what? ERGRP. That is why we have the network here. But anonymous number, I chose what? 10. I don't know what you guys choose. It's 10 or 20. So this router is going to be two network. It's having two network, left and right. So you have to enter the network ERGRP here. Then you enter the network ERGRP there. 3, then it means that it go up. If it's 3, then it means it will go up. And if maybe you connect, let's say for instance, you connect another router. Let me connect another router to it. If I connect another router here, then I will name the router what? 2. I will name the router 2. But naming the router 2, now connecting it or yes, I just finished the year gap. Yes, because there is no adjacency. If there is another router, that is where you see the adjacency. But here there is no other router. If I'm inside the router 2, then I will configure the ERGRP on the router 2. Then in between the network, the IP address that falls between the routers, then the other machine will see adjacency because it's only one router. So if it's only one router, it's very, very difficult because it's not communicating with any other router. So there is no ERGRP, but within there is what? You must do something. Yes, you have to do ping. So right now, I just finished this side. I just finished ERGRP because when you check, you can see I've just configured the ERGRP 2 on it. I finished, and I finished doing the executable type on the console. Now the next point that I am supposed to do is that I have to also configure this PC. This PC falls in the network of what? 10.0.1, and that is its own host IP address, which is 120. So I will just configure this side. So I will stand on, let me just name this one. Let me click on it. Then name this side as there is a PC. So I'll just go straight to the IP. Then I'll enter 10.0.1, 10.0.1.120, because that is what we have over here. It's 120. Then the subnet mask, I'm going to voice was slash what? 24. So if it's slash 24, 255.255.0, then I have to enter the routers for the default gateway IP what address 10.0.1.1. When I finish, because there is no server around, that is why I didn't put what the DNS server over there. Okay. The moment you finish, okay, you want to have a look at it again. You see? Have you seen it? You see? The PC, the right PC, this PC, the PC that falls within the IP address of 10.0.1.0. So it's this PC on the right side on the screen. Which one? Yes, yes, yes. I was just adding, but you can see that this one is having only two fast Ethernet. So if I want to add another one, then I have to what? Put it off, then add another interface to it. Okay, so either I can add the serial cable to it. So now let's see. So this PC is going to ping the other PC for the router to route the IP address because the router is having the two IP address within. Within. So stand here, the command prompt, then you ping 10.0.0.100. Yours was working, eh? Oh, okay. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it do. Let me just check this one. Okay, 10 dot dot dot. Okay, one. I listen. Look, I made a mistake here. The mistake is that instead of me to put one, I put 10. Look. You see, I put 10 here instead of me to put one. So that is the only mistake. It's pinging. Then that is good. Okay, so you can see that it's going through. You see, went through. Let me ping another one again. Okay, so it's pinging. Do you have yours done? How many of you have yours done? When you type the interface, it's going to be like this. You see, when you type uh, show IP EIGRP interface, it's going to show you the two interface. But if you said show IP protocols, that is what it will also show the network here. You see, yes. So that is it. Show IP protocols. IP protocols. Yes. The distance internal is 90. You see? Now, when you check everything, this is what we were doing earlier on. So after you finish, you can see that you can also stand on the router and ping the pieces. You can also do the same thing. You can also stand on the router, either both sides, to ping and see whether it will go through. Okay. Have you seen? So when you see 100%, it tells you that now the client machine and the router are having communication. But let me go fast backwards more and show you something. You can see that first entering the EIGRP, like what I demonstrate on the Formica board, the board. You see that this one we're supposed to type 255.255.255.0, but because of the wildcards, we have what? That is, so you have 255.255.255.255. Then you deduct the subnet max from the 255. So when you check, what will you gain? You gain what? 0. Because this 255 was standing at the, so let me just show you. Let me just show you. If I have the node, oh, the notepad. If I'm on the notepad like this, and I type 255.255.255.255, then the subnet max I'm going to, so it's minus is 255.255.255.0. So that is why we end up rather giving it 0. Is that? Yes, it's just change it. Because when you check this one, it goes with this one goes with that. So you just what? Dot 255. That's all. So the 0 will come here. That's all. So that is what I was talking about. Okay. So any question? Let's check something on our router. Let's check something on our router. On our router. Let's say, so it said what? The ERGRP router ID, which is router identification. Okay. So if you enter into config T, then inside the config T, you type the router, then you type the EIGRP, then your anonymous number, you know the number that you choose. I don't know the number that you choose, but I choose 10. Yes, I choose 10. So, yes, because when you check here, the EIGRP is telling you that it's 10. Okay, yes, so I choose 10. Now, press the shift and the question tag. Shift and the question tag. We have EIGRP. That's the router over here. This is our network. We have a network over there. Can you see the network? So when you put the network there, then bring the question tag. Bring the question tag. Because we have already configured, let's compare this router. We have already configured the network. Let's compare this router. I want you guys to put another router here. Just an example I want to give you. Just put another router here, another router here. Are you done? The same 1841 router, and name it what? Router 2. Okay. We are going to put the router 1 off, put it off, put the router 1 off, put it off. Then click on this one, this HWIC-2T, off, put it off. Are you done putting it off? Now we are going to buy a Syria. Okay, you can see the moment you put it off, all the interface are now showing shutdown. You seen it? Yes. So choose an interface of what? HWIC. That is for the Syria. Choose it and put it inside this one. Then after that, you put it on. Are you done? Are you done? Okay. Now let's close it and go to router 2. Let's put it off also. Let's try our best and put it off. You said still, what was your problem now? Yours is not, you can't put it on, neither on or off. Yes. Okay, so let's choose the same thing. Right now, router 2 is off. Choose the what we did on router 1. Choose the same interface and just put this one inside and put it on. Okay. When you finish, let's go straight to the Syria. We are going to choose the Syria. The Syria, this one. I'm going to choose the Syria. Choose the Syria. Then 000, you choose that one. So it will be like this. Are you there? Okay, so in between the router 1 and router 2, Syria, we are going to give an interface of 1, 20.0.0.0 slash 24 as well. Yes, slash 24. So this one will go this one is going to be 2, and this one also is going to be 1. Okay, this one 2, this one 1. So let us be inside the router 1 and configure it. So I'm done with the Syria. That is it. I'm done with the Syria. 20.0.0.1. I'm done with mine. That's the subnet mask. You can check. Yes, it's supposed to. No. Okay, so we have to configure the. You haven't finished. We are going to. I should go on. Should I? Okay. Me wonya me. Okay, you are done. I'm going to give a IP address to this one. Then after that, I will configure the router ID on it as well. So let me just put PC there. Though I know that you guys, you haven't put any PC there, but I'm trying my best to put mine so that I can stand on it to enter. Mm. Okay, so the desktop terminal, click OK. No, EN. Yes. Yeah, if it's physical, you have to buy the console cable. Sometimes when you buy the router, it comes with the console cable. Others routers, no, you have to go to the market and buy the console cable. And the console cable is having one end RJ45 connector that you will connect to the laptop. Then it's having another, you can connect to the laptop either RJ45 both sides. But there are some console that have the USB port plus RJ45. So the USB port is going to the USB hub. Then RJ45 has to go to the router console. Okay, but when you check here, you see that the router, this one, look at something. When you check here, the console is there. It looks like RJ45. Yes, so that is, and you see that it's blue. You see the blue pepper over there. Huh? Okay, let's go. So now host R2. Now I'm going to configure the serial, this serial. So int serial zeros, then IP address 20. Now they are communicating now. So I'm going to configure the EIGRP on it. So I will type exit. After typing the exit, I will type the router EIGRP. Make sure that you choose 10. But did you choose 10? If you know you didn't choose 10, because the moment you choose one anonymous number, use that number across your network, all the routers. Okay, so you use 20. Okay, enter. Now, bring the question tag. Yes, I'm going fast there. Uh, you know, can you see the EIGRP there? So you type what? EIGRP, then bring the question tag. You see that we have router ID. You seen it? It said the router ID for this EIGRP process. So when you put the router ID, type the router ID, then bring the question tag again, you see that it said 1 A.B.C.E. You know, we are going to use a particular number for identification of the router. You know, that we are using router 2. Are you following it? Are you following it? So we can choose the router ID as what? 2.2.2.2. That is the router ID. So what about crossover? What about if I'm using router 3? You can choose 3.3.3.3. What about router 4? 4.4.4.4. So you have to do this, then you enter. Then it means that you have now create what? A router ID. This is the ID. No, that is what I said earlier on. I'm on router 2. That is why I put 2.2.2.2. So if I'm on router 1, I will type 1.1.1.1. I don't want to confuse myself based on the router's what? Yes, 4. Yes, because look here, it's showing this. It's showing this. A is for, look at it. It's showing. You seen it. So now, since you finish, you have to now type what? The network. Then you type the network that is it falls between. That is 20.0.0.0. Then the wildcard is going to 0.0.0.255. That's all. Remember that we only have 10.0.0.1.0, then 10.0.0.0 on router 1 as an EIGRP. Very remember, we don't have 20, so we are going to add 20 to it to make 3. So it means that the router 1 will be having 3 IP what address. When you check, you can see. So check, you see the router 1 is having 3. This one, yes, and this one. So 1, 2, 3. So let's go to router 1. Let's go to router 1. Router 1. Then you choose the EIGRP. Sorry, you type the router EIGRP. You choose 10. Then you type the EIGRP router ID. This one is going to 1.1.1.1. You see now? You see now? Then you enter. So the network is going to be 20.0.0.0/0.0.0.255. Kelly, do you understand now? You stopped. You lost. Where exactly did you miss? Uh, Kelly, where exactly? That is a router 2. Okay, let me go there. On the router 2. You see the router ID? Okay, Kelly, look at it. Enter inside the router 2. Where are you going? Yes. Uh-huh. So yes, so enter this one. How many of you have yours done? Especially where I am. How many of you have yours done? Like this? Yes. Oh, this is router 2. Yeah. Aziz, you're asking a question. You said router 1. But I want Kelly to be in the same line with us. Kelly, you entered what? The router 10, eh? So enter the EIGRP, this one. Enter this. Enter this one, EIGRP, this one. EIGRP router -ID. So when you type the EIGRP, even you type the EI and you press the tab key, it will come in the full name. Then the router, press the tab key, then it will come also router ID. Are you done? Yes. Yes. This one. Yeah, is the network between router 1 and router 2. Yes. I want him to finish. Now we'll go there. Kelly, are you done? So enter the router ID as this, because since you're on router 2, we have 2.2.2.2. One router. This is router 2. So we are configuring only router 2. But when you check router 1 is having 3 solid what? Network. So the network is going to be 10. Are you okay now? Kelly, are you done? Okay. Are you typing the network 20.0.0? That is the one you are typing. Okay. Be fast so that we will configure the rest, then we are done with everything. Teresa, are you okay over there? Are you done? Kelly, you are okay. Which one are you done with? This one. What about the ID? So you are done with this one. Okay. Then let's go to router what? One. So we are going to router one. Okay. Let's go to router one. Now we are on router one. On router one, the ERGRP number that you choose, type the same thing. Then you just type ERGRP router ID 1.1.1.1. Why? Because I'm on router one. Then you type what? The network in between router one and router two. Yes. But don't worry, if you do the network, after you will come back and do that. But it's good for you. Listen, listen. When you are configuring the EIGRP, I want all of you to configure the router ID first before the network. Keep this in mind. Okay? Yes. Because I'm teaching you systematic, gradual. That is why I did mine that way. But when it comes to real world configuration, make sure that you configure the router ID or first before any other thing follow. Shall we go on? Are you done? Look on the board, what is showing. Are you done? You see, adjacency, new adjacency. Yes, it's neighbor, new adjacency, IP address, yes, which means that now there is a collaboration between router 1 and router what? 2. Are you following it? Mm. It said, oh, neighbor, now I can see you. Neighbor, now I can see you. Again, on which router you did a mistake? Went and did everything on router 1. Yeah, router 1 also supposed to have what you did on router 2, but only the IP address on router 2 have to is you have to be different from router 1. So what we did over here, don't put this one also on router 1 to 2. We are on router 1. The router ID supposed to be 1.1.1.1. Yes, we've left router 2 already. So when you finish router 1, you type it, you get adjacency. Thank you. So when you want to ping, at least when you stand here, you can ping the router here. Okay. It will come. Have you seen that on router? One, when I type show IP protocol, you see what has happened? Mm. So it said show, oh, sorry, show IP. Yeah, neighbor. Then type show IP EIGRP neighbor. Show IP EIGRP neighbor. But are you okay so that I should come and assist you? Should I? Kelly, what about you? Okay, come and show me. After everything, make sure that you just you type show IP EIGRP. But Buba PC over here, ping the router's IP address, which is 20.0.0.2. Okay, when you check something like this, you see that it's pinging. You see, it's pinging. So I pinged the router 2 IP address, and it was responding. I said, show. That's what a neighbor. When you type it, it will tell you. It will show you the neighbor is dealing with. You say that the neighbor is what 20.0.0.2. Is which PC? It's the opponent PC. This is router 1, and this IP address is for router what 2. Okay, so we will meet another time once again. Okay, then continue from this tomorrow.